Welcome to our Ionavation podcast. My name is Jordan,
I'm Alexander.
and today we're going to talk about the three habits that you might be able to practice that will fuel future success. So, the first one that I would say is probably getting more sleep. Now, it's a bit hard for a lot of people because we have responsibilities, classes, work, at home situations, but getting enough sleep is going to be that thing that gives you more mental clarity.
Mhm.
It's going to help you remember things better. It'll improve your mood. And I think that energy levels throughout the day are very impacted by the amount of sleep you get at night. So for me, if I get 7 hours, I'm good. If I get eight, I'm great. Six, I'm all right.
What if you get nine?
I could try to get nine, but I don't think that's realistic for me personally. But anything less than seven, and I just can't really function properly, and I feel that throughout the day. But I am curious about what your tip for future success.
Yeah, I mean, before I get into like my tip, you know, um, I'm like hovering around like 7 to 6.
7 to 6.
Yeah, 7 to 6, like throughout the weekday. I mean, what's like the average number of sleep? Like, it's good.
It's 7to 8.
Okay.
I know some people that can function off six, but I feel like if they got eight, they'd be better off. But I mean, it varies from person to person. But like sleep debt is a thing,
Yeah.
and you can't really repay all of it if you get enough sleep in one night. So you have to consistently get, 7 hours a night, 8 hours a night over a long period of time to really feel the effects of like the improved mood, improved memory, and just like better cognitive performance throughout the day.
Mm, cool. Yeah, I think my tip is to be consistent. Um, for me, being consistent builds a good reputation. It builds good habits. I know for me, something super simple and easy to relate to is like study. So if you're consistently studying like 30 minutes a day, my grades drastically increased. And that just goes for I think like other things. And working hard, just be consistent in what you do.
Yeah. For me, it's like consistency is the key, right? It doesn't matter if it's like something small, something significant, as long as you're going at it every day, that will be the important part. Like if you're going to the gym, you have a certain regimen. Every night I drink this amount of water, I read X amount of pages. That's practicing that every single day, every single night, every single week is going to build that what's the word for it? Consistency, yeah, but it's about discipline. And
Yeah, accountability.
yeah, that too, accountability, discipline, and kind of holding yourself accountable is going to get you to many places. I feel like, but you
Mhm.
kind of have to have a degree of self monitoring to do that. Like you have to call yourself out when you slack on those kinds of things, and I feel like that takes a lot of mental like acceptance for you to get in that mind space. So I agree with what you said. My last and final piece of advice would be probably to take more risks.
Mm.
I understand it's kind of terrifying to put yourself out there and potentially get rejected, or you might not get that job offer or that interview. But at the end of the day, if you don't take a shot, then the success rate is 0%, right? If you watch any NBA, NCAA game, any viral clip on social media of a team losing and then a random person takes a half court shot or a full court shot and it goes in and they win the championship or they win the game, that's kind of the same concept that I follow. That if I don't take that shot, I lose by default. But if I take it and I miss, okay, at least I tried. But even if the chance of success is 1%, you might as well take it.
Yeah, actually, I kind of share something similar, but it's a little different in my mind. For me, it's more so if I go into a situation where I think I'm already gonna fail, I want to do it anyway. Because if I fail, I'm already meeting my expectations. But if I succeed, then I've created something.
Yeah.
Um, and so I that kind of like runs my mind. It's runs along the same tracks, although like it's a teeny bit different.
That's like you're gonna fail at some point. You're gonna get rejected at some point. You're gonna
Yeah.
not get that job you want, and just being able to take rejection and then move on is a skill that takes a lot of rejection to build. And you don't build that resistance and that tolerance to getting turned down for certain job offers, interviews, or positions if you don't take that risk every time.
Mhm.
You know, so let's say you take a risk every day, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. At least when it doesn't work out, you can be like, oh, there's always next time. I can always try again. But if you never take risks at all, and then now oh, it's time to apply to this big medical school, and then you get rejected, it hits harder because you haven't built that tolerance
Yeah.
to rejection or being turned down.
Almost reminds you of like just being too like complacent.
Yeah,
And yeah.
complacency. Yeah, I don't really like being complacent. I like to
Switch it up.
Yeah, I feel like you got to be uncomfortable to some degree to get what you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but those are the 3 tips we have that will fuel future success. This was the Ionavation podcast. My name is Jordan,
I'm Alexander.
and thank you for having us. Follow us on all of our socials, Heinz Institute. Peace out.
See ya.
All right, that was good.